Welcome into the PHNX Bets show. I'm your host, Damon Farrell, at Damon Dog on all social media. And let's talk some ball today. I mean, if you don't love football, there's something seriously wrong with you. Ever since the football season came back, I've just been a joyful, gleeful man, walking around, skipping everywhere. I just love betting on football. It's just the absolute best. Had a good day yesterday. Wasn't on the show yesterday, but did pretty well on Thursday Night Football. Oh, well. And we're 5-1 in our last 6. It's really not a big deal. Promise you it's not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun weekend of football. We're going to keep this show a little college football related. So, Tim, let's get into a tasty nugget. I'm a big fan of this one. The Huskies, they look pretty dominant here. Washington, you saw it on the thumbnail image. Michael Penix Jr. has a rocket arm. He's a great QB. I like Washington by 3 touchdowns against Cal. Cal is not a good football team. I mean, they're just simply not. I'd say in terms of, we've talked about this. I've talked about this with the PHNX Sun Devils guys. Go check out their show. We were talking about tiers of Pac-12 teams, and we had Cal kind of right above Stanford and ASU in terms of really not great in the Pac-12. I'd probably rank them as the 10th best team. So Washington, they look just unstoppable right now. The talent gap in the Pac-12 is huge. I mean, there's 5 really good teams. So I love Washington to cover that spread here, and I think it's going to be an absolute just, dog walking of the Cal Bears. And then this next pick is a little bit of a sponsor from our friends Totri and Sean. We talked it out, and let's get into a big swing. Plus money, as all the big swings are. Notre Dame against Ohio State. Ohio State's quarterback play so far this year hasn't looked too great. Notre Dame, Sam Hartman, he's the truth. It's in South Bend. We got our guy Shane Diefenbach out in South Bend, giving the Fighting Irish a little bit of a boost there. I like Notre Dame to win that game outright, plus 140 against Ohio State. I think Ohio State, Bama, all those true like top dogs, they're not as good as they typically are. I mean, it just hasn't been a very good showing from them, the powerhouses so far this year. And I think Notre Dame is definitely at home going to be able to hopefully handle business there. And yeah, so that leads us into our biggest play we're going to have. We're going to do a little bit of a parlay machine, Tim. This is kind of a mixture of a couple of our teams here at the old office. We're going to start it off with Q's, the Orange. They're going up against Army. Army is not, I mean, they're not terrible, but Military Appreciation Week, Q's at home. I think it might get a little bit nasty. Sean's been talking about the Q's offense for a while now, and he thinks it's going to be real gross what they're going to do to people that are members of our armed forces. And then we're going to add into that Zona against Stanford, little U of A action. Stanford is so bad. U of A is not great. They haven't looked great so far this year. The offense has been pretty lackluster, but I don't know. Stanford is terrible. U of A is on the road, so I think that's what's keeping the money line even somewhat usable. But yeah, we're tossing that guy in there. And then to end that thing off, we're going Penn State versus Iowa. It's at Penn State. It's a whiteout game. It's at night. It's going to be absolutely electric in Happy Valley. It always is on those whiteout games. So yeah, we're going to parlay those guys together. And then what were the final odds on that, Tim? Was it minus 149, I believe?
Let me pull that back up real quick. I have it at minus 149.
Sweet. So yeah, we get that close to even odds. Feeling pretty good about those three bets. Although college football hasn't been the greatest to us since I've joined the show, but that's all good. We're feeling pretty good about today. Make sure to become a diehard PHNX. Support us. We really appreciate it. We are dropping a new shirt pretty soon here. It's gonna be pretty cool. Get hyped for that. And we have all kinds of shirts for all your favorite teams: U of A, ASU, Cardinals, Suns, D-backs, anything that you could really ask for here in Arizona. I just bought a few. I got the Greg Dortch shirt that we have available. I got the Devin Booker in the convertible car shirt. Pretty cool. Some of our favorites around here. So yeah. And then on top of that, the PHNX Cardinals show is we're doing. We have been doing. We're going to be doing away watch parties for every away game. So make sure to come out there to BetMGM right across the street from State Farm Stadium for all those away games and come hang out with us. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. But yeah, that's all we had for you today. Like I said, 5-1 in our last 6. No big deal. It really isn't. And we're going to keep that streak going. So yeah, this is Damon Farrell at Damon Dog, DAWG. We got our boy Tim back there on the sticks. And thank you for tuning in today. Peace, love, and whiteout night at Penn State.